Interested in making calming bottles? It's a simple, if somewhat messy, craft suitable for kids and grown-ups alike. I'm Marcy McDonald with Pacific Northwest Suburban Homesteading. Today I'll show you how to do this fun project. Calming bottles are a great craft item. There's something you can do with children. I call it a calming bottle. There's a lot of different names for them, including calm down bottle, because they're used a lot with children who have emotional regulation issues or any number of challenges, or just ordinary kids. I mean, it's hard being a kid. Calming bottles and similar things are very helpful for myself. You can use them for meditation. You can use them if you're just having a crummy day, and it's just kind of nice to watch all the pretty little glitter and beads and things settle down in it. When I was a kid, my dad actually brought this home. He was trying to cheer me up. Unfortunately, I had a tummy bug and the movement actually didn't help. But I love that he was trying to do something to help me feel better when I felt crummy. It's a great item. It's moved with me. I love it. But it's just one particular version. I'm going to show you how to make a calming bottle. First, you start out with just a water bottle. Glitter is one of the most important elements of this. Sequins are great. Beads, I think these are a little big. I don't think I'm going to use these, but you could. They have small beads. And other miscellaneous beads, seed beads. You can use little gemstones, use bigger gemstones. You can use little toys. Rock. It's one of the things that's kind of cool because if you're working with children, you can have kids gather up things like little rocks that are meaningful to them. You don't want to go too big because they'll just thunk through. But I have all kinds of odds and ends in my craft box. Glue gun, super glue, Gorilla Glue, various kinds of tape. Because when you're done, you're going to want to fasten it so the lid doesn't come off, especially if this is going to be used by a child. And I'm clumsy, so if I drop it, I don't want it to spin off and spill everything all over the place. As a lot of people know, glitter is forever. I really don't need that everywhere. Glitter beads you can put into a vase or dish or what have you. A lot of people like to add food coloring. I probably won't because I don't want to obscure the color of my glitter. Most important element to this recipe is clear glue. Not the white stuff that dries, clear school glue. You want clear glue. There are a lot of options in the store. You can get glue with glitter. You can get it in colors. A lot of people online have talked about how cool it is to use the glow-in-the-dark glue. I just want to start with your basic clear glue, but there's lots of options. This is one of those projects that's heavily customizable. You need water, which I've heated some water. It's not boiling, but it's hot. The reason for warm water is it helps the glue mix with the water. A funnel to help you get the glitter in the bottle, not on the table, the floor. There are several options for what we'll do for bottles for this. I like these ones because they're plastic. You can use glass bottles. This particular brand has a larger glass bottle, but I wanted smaller bottles because I wanted it to be compact, easy to store, easy to transport. And the plastic is also really useful if you're working with children because they're less breakable. I think the smooth sides are probably the best. I see this project done with any number of bottled water bottles. Some of the instruction out there say you can use mason jars. That's a great option, particularly if you have a chipped jar that you don't want to waste. They work great because they're clear, but you still have the problem of breakage and they're a little heavier than the plastic ones are. But before we do too much, we have to get the labels off. We've already put the labels off of a couple of the bottles. We still have the label on this lid. We have some label still on this lid. And then we have the brand label on there. You can use any brand that you want. I've seen bottles marketed online specifically for this project. I'm using these because we already had these around. All right, so let's get started on removing the labels. So this one's not too bad. There's no sticky on that, so I can set that aside. This one, I gotta pull the label off. But it still takes a little time, a little manual dexterity. This may be a job for grown-ups if you're working with little ones. And this one wants to come off in lots of tiny pieces. It's gonna take a bit. Comes off pretty cleanly, but I have some 91% isopropyl alcohol. This is really good at removing adhesive left behind. Any brand will do. You can also use Goo Gone, or there's lots of different products out there for removing adhesive. A little bit of sticky. Let's see, so this one, oh yeah, I still got a little bit to remove off this one. Okay, so this bottle, it's gone, got a little adhesive on it. When it behaves itself, a sticker can come off largely intact if you pull steady and slow. That came off neatly. Sometimes you can get leftover adhesive off by just using the sticker itself. Alrighty, let's clean these babies up with a little bit of alcohol. The 97% comes in different forms. We bought it in the spray bottle for convenience, but you can buy it in just a regular bottle. Using cotton balls because they're economical and I already had them, but you can use paper towel or napkins or a reusable rag or something. So these are nice, and part of the reason why these bottles are the ones that I'm going to be using is because you have a nice open clear surface, so you'll be able to see all of the glitter and things moving around in it very easily. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's do a check on the lids. Okay, now we got all the sticky off. Let's actually make our bottles. When I was researching how to do this, most of the recipes called for water and clear glue. And they called for a quarter of your container filled with the glue and then the rest water. Some have you add water first and then add the glue. There are other recipes, and I've made links to some of the other sites that have these calming bottles. Some use mineral oil. There is one that uses clear hand soap. So there's different options. Most are water and clear glue. And I think since most of them use that, that's probably what I'm gonna do. It's non-toxic, so if this ever breaks or spills, it'll just be glitter everywhere, but it won't cause any harm to the homestead cats. Let's get started. So I'm just gonna grab, this is the glue I've had the longest. I'm going to fill this about a quarter of the way up with the glue. Oh, that's gonna take forever. Okay, I'm not patient. But as you can see, it's fairly thick, and that's actually why we want this. So we don't speed that up without making a huge mess. Let's say a quarter. Some say as much as a third. That looks like I'm going with the third of a bottle option. I think I'm going to try. And this isn't what the instructions say, but I want to see how it works. I'm going to try putting some of the hot water in before I add the glitter. So I'm going to start mixing the glue with the water. Supposed to be able to shake these, that's kind of the whole idea. Look at all those bubbles, it's foamy. That's interesting, I wasn't expecting that. See, it's kind of cool just with the bubbles. Give it a moment to see if we can get some of the bubbles out of it. Well, while that's settling, we have the very important task of deciding what glitter and stuff we're gonna put in this. So I have small sequins, clear ones. I have medium sequins, and I have larger sequins. So I can have a variety of those if I want to use those. My plan is to use sequins, beads, and glitter. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. So I have those. I have colored sequins, silver sequins, lots of options. I got these cards that had a lot of variety because I like options. And here's a different kind of confetti type glitter and fine glitter. This is the stuff that's recommended. In fact, a lot of the videos that I watch, I see these very familiar little plastic packets. I'm gonna sort by color because I can't. So I have some larger glitter and the fine glitter. I think I can safely eliminate the neon. I don't think I want that for this. Though it is a valid choice if you want neon. So you can go with a theme if you like. It's kind of cool. I like this because I think I'm gonna definitely do something with white because I have some little pearl beads. Maybe white, blue, and silver. That'd be pretty. And something is leaking, so I have glitter all over my table. Well, it's festive. So I have holographic glitter and I have just plain old regular glitter. So this should give us tons of options. So let's pull the lid off of this and see what we got. And I think that the big sequins are not going to fit through my funnel. Maybe set that aside for a moment because I think I want to throw some of these in here. And throw in some of my pearl sea beads. This is all stuff that I already had. A lot of it I bought on sale. Oh, funnel. And I got the larger sequins in there. Let's throw some. Okay, so I got a little bit there. You can kind of see how the bead is. They'll kind of see through how the bead is going very slowly through the solution. Throw some silver ones in. I'm going to try not to throw a whole lot in at first because I want to see what it looks like. Because we can add more. But you can't take it out once it's already been added. Let's throw in some of the blue sequins. I'm putting them in my hands so I can control the amount. So I can control the amount so I don't end up adding too much too quickly. I got 3 kinds of silver glitter. Let's start with, I'm going to dump this whole packet in. Let's do a whole thing of just plain old regular silver. I think I'm going to throw in some of the white iridescent. Some of this bigger silver. Well, that was helpful. I'm going to be very sparkly for the rest of the day. Small iridescents. I'm going to pour a little bit of water in to help wash the glitter down. So I'm going to shake this up so I can get an idea of how it already looks. I'm not done, I have seed beads and stuff. I think I need more blue. It's got a lot of the iridescence in the clear. Right now I'm not really seeing the sequence, but there's a lot of bubbles still trapped in here. Which I, oh, right in front of my nose, where I can possibly see them. These ones are really tiny. I think we need more of the pearls. And more of these sequins. No static. Okay, fine. Yeah, a lot more of you is going to go in there because you keep making a mess all over. I probably could have been more sensible about how I put these. Maybe some big silver ones. Kind of got stuck in the funnel. The bigger ones do not want to go through the funnel, so let's make a mess. Okay, what's a crowd project if you don't make a mess, right? What's the fun in that? I'm finding glitter for a long time and separately. I knew they were too big for the funnel, but did I listen to me? Yeah. So that'll be your cautionary tale. Be careful with your glitter. It will end up with everywhere. I don't really know. I like glitter. I think I'm going to add more glue because I think I want it to be a little slower. And that's how you can customize it. You can add more glue to slow it down. You add more water if you want to go faster. Stuff wants to stick on the bottom. I'll fill this all the way to the top. Because my understanding is these work a lot better if you don't have the air bubbles in them. But I suspect some of the glue hadn't dissolved at the bottom. Because I added it first. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good. Lots of glitter. You got some big pieces in there. You got the sequins. Let's top it off with water. Oh dear, I already did. As I topped off, I topped it off. I felt all the way to the top. More caution might have been a good idea. Maybe a little bit of time for some of the bubbles to work out. Well, let's set that one aside. Let's try something different. Since I have multiple bottles. I think I might change colors, so I'm going to wash out my funnel. I've been kind of trying this out. It's kind of cool the way it swirls. I think I put too much glitter in this. I think I will be I'll use a little less in this next one. You can see the pearl beads and the sequins. The sequins are kind of sticking to the side. But I might throw my little dolphin in here. See how that goes? And a little more water just to top it off. The bubbles have settled. Okay, so we'll let that settle a little longer. And let's turn our attention to the second bottle. Yeah, I think that's most of what we got in there. A little of that warm water in there so we can get the glue that's still in the bottle out. We'll put that in a bit. But let's see. I think I'm gonna add a little more, so I'm gonna start another bottle. Gonna integrate the water with the glue. Maybe if I do it slower, I'll have less bubbles. With nail polish, they have you turn it rather than shake it. It doesn't seem to be working. The glue just kind of moves with it. Patience never was my strong suit. I understand that if you don't do this part, that the glitter can often clump up and it won't distribute nicely like it did in the other bottle. All right, let's start adding some of the gray stuff. I'm going with, I think, a pink and purple theme this time. Throw some white and some iridescent in there for fun. Do some of those big... Ah! Check before you lift your funnel. There's no texture on my table. The glitter is not coming off very easily. Let's throw some of these diabolical silver bagels in there. So I didn't dry it after I washed it out. So some of it's kind of sticking in the water. Oh, into the hand. So we don't overdo. Throw some in there. Throw some of these ones in there. Let's throw the rest of the pearls in there. Small iridescent. Maybe some of this larger iridescent glitter. Let's test that. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that works with a little less glitter. Probably should enlist the pink glitter. I think that's probably pretty good. I was gonna throw some more stuff in there, but I think that's probably enough. Let's throw some water in there. Oh dear. Do get a little over enthusiastic there. This one spilled out a teensy bit, but not too bad. I think it'll be fine once the bubbles settle. How about this? Let's integrate the new things. We'll use the water from the blue bottle. Use a more controlled top off than I've been doing. Okay, I'm gonna let those sit for a while before I seal them up so more of the bubbles can emerge, because this one settled quite a lot. Okay, I've let them sit for a bit. They're mostly cooled at this point, so let's pull the lid off and see if we need to add any more liquid. Might add a teeny bit to top off. Because we can. In theory, I should be able to just put some of the glue around there and I put the lid on and it should stay on. Let's find out. Okay, that seemed to work well enough. Let's do the other one. This isn't pretty. I ran out of glue, but it's most of the way. That's good enough. That didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. So, when things go wrong, you just peel it off and do it again. Not sure why. It's kind of picking the glue out of the threads inside. Okay, so I got another glue stick. I'll put that in there. Let's try this again. Probably had a little bit counterwampus when I put it on. Because that went on a lot better that time. So, as we saw with that, I can force it off if I need to. But I shouldn't have to. So we've got those on there, and let's see what happens. Because it's all settled to the bottom. It's pretty clear. There's a little glitter. That's pretty cool. Should be great for those really stressful days when you're done with adulting. I think I put too much glitter in this one. But, try different things. They both are cool in their own way. And there you go. Calming bottles. It's an easy craft, suitable for children or for adults. This is a fun but messy craft. I have to wipe the table off. And it's probably going to sparkle forever. So these are really great because you can shake them, and that is a good way to physically work off some frustration if that's what we're using the bottle for. Or you can just slowly tip it and watch it all swirl and things slowly fall. It's very meditative. I hope you like this tutorial and will give it a try. I've really enjoyed playing with my bottles since recording this video. I think you will too. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, be curious, keep an open mind, and never stop learning.